everybody, this is Milesluigi welcoming you back to Sequence Break, Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. So, this time we're going to be having some fun with something that I've talked about a couple of times but haven't explicitly done yet. So first we're going to get into Misty Woods, and we're going to go a little bit through Misty Woods, but not far through Misty Woods. Here we go. So, Misty Woods, matter of fact, why don't I go ahead and show off after I kill the really annoying green frog, is kind of the game's lost woods is the best way to put it, in that, as you can see when I look at the map, just the whole area is just blank and confusing, and it appears to be like a huge labyrinth and whatnot. And actually, if you look at the layout of the area, it's not actually a labyrinth, it's actually one straight direction. But you'll see what I mean as we go through, is the whole place just has that spooky, scary, I guess, Lost Woods kind of vibe. It really nails that really well, I gotta say. So in any case, the trick that I was talking about is we're going to be doing an out of bounds, and I really haven't showed off too many out of bounds. There's a lot of, well, I shouldn't say necessarily a lot of, there are definitely areas in the game, and there's probably lots that I'm not aware about, that you can get out of bounds. Here's the only caveat with going out of bounds in Ori and the Blind Forest, is that there's a lot of triggers around the map that are just kind of there, and you almost like never actually trigger any of them because you almost never actually go out of bounds. But if you do, essentially what they do is they just respawn your point. And by the way, since I'm supposed to have bash here, we're going to rocket jump past this guy and rocket jump past all the points where we're supposed to bash. There we go. So normally, you go out of bounds, there's kind of like trigger lines. They're kind of the similar concept, or similar to the idea of like instant death lines, except out of bounds lines. They spawn you back to your last save point, and right now, they're like completely surrounding me, actually. So, but it is possible for really clever to get around those lines. And as I mentioned, I'm not the biggest expert about this, and I'm definitely going to be showing off a pretty well-known out of bounds here. Matter of fact, why don't I go ahead and plop a save point. I want to say the save point I need to plop is actually close to where I put it right now. But there's a secret up here. You actually get an achievement for this secret here. There we go. It's this hidden ability cell. There we go. Anyway, I want to say we want to put our save point, it's about right here. So what we want to do is put our save point here. Matter of fact, why don't I go ahead and back up this save, just to be on the safe side, and it's also a good idea to make backup saves. So anyway, point being, in case you haven't noticed, Misty Woods, as we go through it, it cracks and creaks, and the layout literally of Misty Woods changes. There's like cracks and creaks and whatnot. And what the game is actually really doing is it's kind of loading in and out different layouts for Misty Woods. There we go. So this is ultimately where we need to get to, is that orb. So, and we can take advantage of that, is if I put that save in the right position. Oh yeah, I did. Let's go ahead and rekindle that save and exit, get back into the game. We're gonna start out of bounds, and we're out of bounds. Now I could run back inbounds, or, well, I could jump back and bounce, but what's the fun in that? Let's go ahead, go to the right here, and ooh, I am kind of low on health. I gotta be careful. I can't take any more than one hit from the spikes, and that's really bad because I kind of need to take a hit from one of these spikes, actually. Maybe I should make another save point here, or try to gather another bit of health. All right. There we go, and if we did that right, there we go. We have gone out of bounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go ahead and hope that I aim this right. It's actually about 8 seconds. I cut it early because, there we go. I didn't want to hit the spikes. Haha, we did it. Because we have bypassed all those lines, basically from here in Misty Woods down to Forlorn Ruins, we've actually gotten to Forlorn Ruins, well, this way. There we go. And I needed to be extra careful. If I would have waited 8 seconds, I probably would have gone right into the spikes and died. But yeah, we have just sequence broken our way into the actually second dungeon of the game. And oh, that didn't kill me? Okay, I'll take it. There we go. Let's go ahead and pick up that key. I'm going to want to pick up keys as we go along here, and probably get some extra health, because ooh, that's not good. I'm glad I made a save point here, because actually, shoot, I forgot. That's the whole gimmick of Forlorn Ruins, is all these fiery, things and whatnot that we currently can't do anything with. That's not good. So, but we can actually do something with them. We just don't have something critical at the moment. Something game-breaking if I use it right. Let's kill this annoying frog. There we go. It's this orb here. So this orb, normally at the beginning of Forlorn Ruins, you learn about it, and this orb essentially lets you walk across the fiery stones and whatnot, and they also let you defy gravity. Definite emphasis on that second point here. I once described this area actually to Higsby as it's like, this is Ori and the Blind Forest's kind of Super Mario Galaxy moment. Now, provided I don't die to this guy here, and provided, here we go. We make it here to the save point, and let's actually save the game. Perfect. So normally, this orb you cannot take out of Forlorn Ruins. Matter of fact, why don't I go ahead and show it off? So I'm just going to teleport out of Forlorn Ruins since I hit the Forlorn Ruins teleporter now. And normally, you hit the Forlorn Ruins teleport, and you, well, teleport out of the area. That's the end of that. But there's some fun tricks we can do. I have previously alluded to a trick called Teleport Anywhere, and I'll be perfectly honest, I haven't practiced this trick since I was playing around with a route for doing this, but the general gist of it is, why don't I first make a backup save just to be safe, because I'll be playing around with some stuff here, is we essentially want to set up the save anywhere as normal here, provided we can actually do that. All right. And the general idea is then, if I recall correctly, is to bring up the map. As you can see, you can kind of hear Ori is walking around. We actually are in full control of Ori, and even though we're playing the game totally blind, we can still move around and whatnot. So if I move over here to the right, I should land in a whole bunch of spikes and die. And then after death, here we go. We're going to just select an area to... Oh, that was not right. You have to do this trick just right. It's a little bit tricky, but anyway, let's go ahead set it up again here. So once again, pull up the map, kind of walk to our death. Here we go. There might be a button press that I'm missing. Yeah, I think there's a button press that I'm missing. Anyway. I may have to look up exactly what the button presses are. So yeah, let's go ahead and take that. I think you have to. Okay, I'm remembering now. When you're dead, let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Pick up the orb. Pick up the orb for fun okay, then maybe that'll be somewhat fun shenanigans. At least show off what I'm trying to do here. This isn't a good showcase. We have taken the orb out of the area, but that actually wasn't what I was trying to do. At least I finally pulled off the trick. Here we go, and I remember the sequence of events that we need to do. So first, save anywhere, pull up the map, and then I suppose we can actually track our movement doing that. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and put our cursor over Valley of the Wind. And oop, that was too early. That was too early. You have to hit, like, you have to start the teleport, you know, while you're dead, but then you need to not quite. It's kind of hard to explain. Here we go. So let's get it back over to Valley of the Wind. Run over to the right. There we go. Let's go ahead and hit the teleporter. Now we're in full control of Ori, and now we're going to run with the orb onto the ceiling. Okay, now that I've actually done the order of events correctly, we've actually kept our gravity into another area. This opens up a lot of possibilities for us, actually. With upside down gravity, I'm going to go ahead and show you one method of getting into Sorrow Pass. The most infamous method of getting into Sorrow Pass, which I will be showing off at another time, is something called the Sorrow Bash. But this method just kind of lets you do that. And now we're in Sorrow Pass. There we go. One of the main reasons why you would go into Sorrow Pass early is it lets us get a really amazing ability for Ori, this one here. But this is not time for Sorrow Pass quite yet. We'll be doing Sorrow Bash another time. I wanted to show off another really clever trick that we can do. All right, now that we got the order of operations right, so first things first, start the save anywhere. There we go. Pull up the map and walk over to our death. Go, and let's walk on over to the wall, and this time we're going to have left-bound gravity instead of up-bound gravity. And if I do this right, this is going to be kind of funny. By kind of funny, I mean really funny. We're going to fall right into Misty Woods, and Misty Woods, you aren't looking so great. Matter of fact, you're looking kind of blank. And actually, I did not quite land where I hoped to land there. Oh man, if you guys are familiar with the speedrun, you actually kind of know where I wanted to land there. So I'm actually kind of curious where I went wrong there. I think I'm gonna not hold that direction. I'm gonna hold this way for a little bit here. See if that's where I went wrong. Oh, Misty Woods phased back into existence. There we go! And there's the end of Misty Woods. If I would have done it right, I would have landed on the door. Oh, it would have looked great. It would have looked amazing. So, anyway, drop that orb because holy moly, if I remember correctly, yeah, this is exactly the area where we were when we did our out of bounds. Right here. So yeah, if we wanted to, we could actually continue through Misty Woods as normal, but for one of the things that I wanted to show off, let's not go through Misty Woods as normal. Instead, we're going to go ahead and pick this orb up as well, which there are some weird things you could do when you have double orbs, but this time I just want to show weird things with Misty Woods and why you don't want to mess around with Misty Woods. You'll see what I mean in a bit here. Right now we're actually just going to complete Misty Woods and be like, okay, yeah, Misty Woods, you're done. Which in order to do that, we have to get this orb over to its pedestal. And why in the world am I not attacking this guy? Here we go. There we go. Let's not get hit by any of the fireballs here. There we go. And just like that, there we go. We have, I guess, totally obliterated Misty Woods in a hilarious, maybe not so hilarious, but weird, unique way. And normally, well, I'll let the cutscene speak for itself. There we go. So, just like that, the game has, I guess, marked off its flags and whatnot that Misty Woods is complete. With Misty Woods complete, it actually shows this as kind of the map, which this is not the map of Misty Woods. And then it gives us our next destination as the Forlorn Ruins. But I told you Misty Woods is weird about its map shape-shifting and whatnot, and I want to show one of the consequences of what we've done off. So, first things first, we have the Misty Woods kind of peaceful music playing at the moment, even though it doesn't sound really peaceful at the moment. But point being, as we get back into Misty Woods, ooh, I might actually have to first leave Misty Woods and come back, or can this still work? I just realized we have the double Misty Woods soundtrack playing at the moment. That's intriguing. Anyway, as I mentioned, Misty Woods shape shifts and does all this fun stuff, and oh shoot, Misty Woods is not going crazy. Okay, I might have to leave and come back. Alright. Misty Woods, you are so elusive even when I want to show you what happens when you break. I can't break you. Ooh, I didn't know that was up there. I don't think I've ever gotten this energy ever before. Learning new things every day. There we go. Alright, let me exit and re-enter Misty Woods, which then I should be able to show off what I wanted to show off. Okay, so in actuality, I had to just interact with the Shrouded Light again, which actually puts Misty Woods back into a, I guess, state where we can get through it. Oh, shoot, that was not a proper rocket jump. Let's try that again. There we go. Not having Bash will make this a little bit more peculiar, but I say we can manage. There we go. Once I get some energy, I say I should heal up a little bit here. But yeah, normally you complete Misty Woods, you get back to it, like this kind of calm, peaceful-ish music plays instead of the normal, creepy-ish music. So we'll get to enjoy this at least for a little bit as we get through Misty Woods. So, anyway, definitely have to get through all the spike mazes of doom. So you might be wondering, why in the world would we want to go back into Misty Woods seeing as we just sequence broke it? Well, there is actually an ability in Misty Woods that we just totally skipped by virtue of, well, doing out-of-bounds shenanigans. And let's go ahead and go into here. Now, this is where I fell last time because I messed that up. Here we go. So, anyway, you might be wondering, yeah, then why in the world would you want to go back into Misty Woods? Yeah, let's go ahead and get the ability that's there then, actually. So, because I have stuck, I don't have to do any crazy shenanigans here. Let's go ahead and save. I don't have Bash. But yeah, if we get far enough into Misty Woods, the creepy music starts playing again. I don't know why, because normally creepy music doesn't start playing in Misty Woods, but I guess it does here, just once again, sequence breaking. But our ability that we were missing this entire time is down over here. Look at that orb, wow. That orb is trying to land and it cannot. But yeah, this ability is what I like to call a quality of life ability, because it is the climb. It lets us hold on to walls, which doesn't necessarily do anything for our mobility per se, but as I mentioned, well, it lets you climb onto walls, it lets you hold on to walls. It's huge quality of life, and generally speaking, unless you are at task levels of goodness at this game, let's not take a lot of damage. Okay, thank you. So unless like you basically play at inhuman levels, climbing walls is faster than wall jumping off walls. So, and that's kind of the one benefit to having climb over anything else. But normally, this is an ability that sequence breakers will not pick up. As I showed, if you out of bounds Misty Woods, you don't need climb. And matter of fact, a lot of people who, speedrun this game just skip Misty Woods altogether, because there actually ends up not being any reason to come here, which is kind of sad, because this is actually kind of the game's more aesthetically pleasing areas of the game. But yeah, you totally skip it, which, I mean, I suppose that's to be understood. But sad day for Misty Woods and Misty Woods people who like Misty Woods. Anyway, point being, as I mentioned, all of Misty Woods ends up doing shape-shifting and craziness like that, and essentially what we're going to do is we're going to get through all of it, actually. Get through this laser trap, which, ooh, shoot, that would have been bad. And careful does it. There we go. So, normally, Misty Woods tests you on, your ability to use your new stomp ability, whatnot. Starting to get used to Ori's ability to move around and as a platformer, and I think it's really clever for what it does. It's unfortunate that you really don't have too much actual reason to get back into Misty Woods unless you're a weird person like me doing weird things. This orb is still following me, that's fun. And also, these spikes are awfully difficult to see. Anywho, it's going to be a little bit before I show off the consequence of what I've done. I wonder if you guys can figure out what have I done that's actually really devastating to me. Well, maybe I shouldn't give it away by saying it's devastating. It's not pleasant, to say the least, what I have effectively done. But while you guys are... Oh, shoot. I am at half health. Holy moly. Oh! Be right back, everyone. Alright, let's try that again. Not having bash is making this just a little bit more difficult because I can't bash my way through stuff, but whatever. Actually, this is going to be kind of a tricky area without bash, because I'm going to have to do a rocket jump at the end here. Come on. There we go. Ooh, I'm going to... Can I triple jump? Just straight triple jump? I might be able to do that. Oh yeah, no problem. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we just go ahead and picked up some keys, went through Misty Woods, and let's go ahead and get through the rest of this here. And another rocket jump past him. Oh my gosh, I would not be able to do this without rocket jumps. Oh, that's what I get for sequence breaking bash. Here we go. Let's go ahead and use our climb ability too. It's the best of its ability by getting through these spikes. Trying to do this by wall jumping, just no, it's not happening. Kill that slug. Holy moly, here we go. It's unfortunate that I can't just rocket jump past that, but let's jump past this guy. Avoid all the puzzles to the right that eventually wrap over to this area here. And let's get this energy so that we can get through this next area really quickly here. There we go. So you may have noticed kind of the kind theme is playing, or the better Misty Woods theme is playing. Yeah, we're fighting a mini-boss. That's a little weird. But let's get this mini-boss killed, hopefully without us dying first. There we go. So the door opens, and this normally gets us over to the area that we were in before. you'll see. There's the key door. Normally you would go past here, and then I want to go ahead and show off top because this is kind of sad. So here's Frog, and then here's the end of the world, everyone. Kill the Frog first so he doesn't kill me. End of the world. That's actually out of bounds and nothing else. Is there energy that I saw last time up here? Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, good. So I can save and show this off because this is kind of sad. End of the world. Oof. Soul Link is still charging. How did I only get half an energy? Oh, that, well, whatever. So yeah, end of the world. If we jump over this way, fire thing floating in midair, and eventually back into the void that we were in that other time. And like I could ground pound here, but teleported back. That's normally what happens if we, you know, go into a void. Normally we don't land into the Forlorn Ruins here. Normally we, well, teleport back to a save point. There might be a way to get out of that void. But in case you didn't notice, if we go back this direction, instead of, you know, getting out of Misty Woods, we're, well, here. And let me go ahead and show it off by, let's get another good rocket jump here. There we go. Get over to this platform here and eventually show off kind of our dilemma. So we're kind of stuck in a part of the Misty Woods that's kind of altered or changed. If you look, the entrance to Misty Woods is right over there, which, at least topologically speaking, is basically to the right of this thing. Problem being, we can't go that way. We are basically stuck kind of in a puzzle piece of the Misty Woods with no way out. I have functionally soft locked the game. I can't get out. I think the only thing that you could do to get out of here is if you're really crazy with your out of bounces, you might be able to get out of here. You might be able to use like a debug save or a save editor to get out of here. But otherwise, I'm SOL. I'm stuck in the Misty Woods forever. I bet you didn't expect that out of your sequence break Ori in the Blind Forest. Stuck in the Misty Woods forever. But that's our current state. We're stuck here forever. Poor Ori is lost in the forest. Ori is blind, and the forest never recovered. This is the bad end, everybody. So I leave it to you with that. Lost forever. Sad day. This has been Milesluigi. Next time we're actually going to be doing some fun stuff with Bash. See you then.